Christmas. Let me get, I've got you on my iPhone. Let me get you pulled up on my iPad. And let me put the microphone in. Okay, that's probably better. Let me get this. So good morning. Please go up to the top and do a like for me, and please comment. So I'm gonna let a few more get on here before I actually start. I see 3. You can introduce yourselves if you want, or you can wait a bit. So I just noticed something in my description. I put 11 a.m. And when I'm reading my description, it says 10. But I scheduled this for now, for 11 a.m. on Saturday morning. So we'll stay on and just see. I see a few of you. So again, welcome. So I am doing this in my kitchen. I got my new microphones from my iPhone 17 a couple days ago. Yesterday, day before yesterday, my ring light came and the mount, the tripod that it came with was broken. So I've already done a return and I've got it packaged up. I have to mail it here today before my post office closes, but so I'm not using that yet. So anyways, I'll wait for a few of you. I'm actually real quickly going to go in and change the time on my post. Hello, welcome. Okay, let's try that here. Good morning. I had laryngitis for 3 days this week. Yesterday I got my voice back. So I'm drinking chocolate mint tea with honey. So if I cough, I've kind of got kind of a dry throat. I thought I was coming down with something, and it's really just a sore throat. So anyways, welcome. But if I sip on this, it's not anything stronger than chocolate, was it chocolate mint, decadent chocolate mint tea, and I put honey in it. So I may have to sip on it a little bit. Um, so, anyways, I know a lot of people are last minute shopping and stuff. So I myself, um, my husband and I are going shopping this evening and then out to dinner and just sort of, we kind of do that. I'm not a person that likes crowds, but let me just put something in there. Okay. Let me go ahead and put a chat up. So I see a couple. Um, Anyways, I don't like crowd shopping like normal times in the year. Um, I avoid crowds. I don't Black Friday shop. Never done that. Um, and yeah, but it's kind of a tradition with him and I. We are kind of both, as far as Christmas goes, procrastinators on doing the Christmas shopping. Like now, the grandkids I've had done for a while. Looks like my camera's crooked. I don't know why. I'm just sitting here on a stool at my kitchen sink because the light's right here, and the window. um, but we've been together like we met in 2001. We met. He started working where I was working 2 weeks before 9/11 happened. So, and then I got to kind of know him really well during 9/11 because we were all sitting in our boss's office, um, and he was a superintendent, and I was a new home sales and purchasing estimating manager. So all the superintendents and all management were sitting in my office, or our manager's office, our boss, who was not the owner of the company, but the boss. And we're in Joel's office all visiting, somber day. Um, Anyways, we were both going through divorces. It took a while. It took about 6 months, and we started dating. I was not interested, did not want to date anybody I worked with. And what actually happened is we actually waited about 6 months. My divorce was final, and I did sort of start seeing him then, kind of in group setting, and then it evolved. But Yeah. Anyways, welcome to the chat. Introduce yourselves here, please. Um, so, what I wanted to do on this is just question and answer on where you are with Christmas gifts. So, I'll start. So, we're going to go Christmas shopping this afternoon. I live about an hour and a half from Grand Junction, Colorado. So, I'm on the western side of the state. And we each buy our own stuff for ourselves because it's just easier when you're our age and there's really very little you want, but the things you want are pretty specific. So I tend to get things for my vintage trailer. If you're new to my channel, go check out some of my videos. I have a 1961 14-foot. Now that's from the hitch to the bumpers. It's really a 10-foot by 6-foot box. But anyways, I have a vintage trailer. It's a 1961 Alcan Bonanza. I tow her all over the country. I am going to do Route 66 with her in 2026. That will be the 100th anniversary. I've done Route 66 before, but not with a vintage, and I especially want to do it with this one. So, anyways, so we're gonna go Christmas shopping later. Hi, introduce yourselves, please. Uh, we're gonna go Christmas shopping later, and we'll go about 2 or 3. We're an hour and a half. Probably leave about 2. We're an hour and a half from Grand Junction, so we'll go down there and we'll he's got 2 gifts to still buy for his sons, um, grown sons, and I'm gonna do the daughter-in-laws, so the 2. We've mailed everything else out that goes, out of state, so we're down to just those gifts and probably stocking stuffers. I've got stuff for his sock, and so we do fill socks for each other, but as far as our major gifts, we buy ourselves gifts. So, we buy our own stuff. I've had stuff in my Amazon cart that I'm constantly moving up to the top of the list. At any one time, I have like 20, 25 items of what I want, especially for my vintage trailer. Most of my gifts do revolve around camping. So, yeah. So, anyways, so we're gonna go Christmas shopping. Then we'll probably go out to Texas Roadhouse for dinner if it's not too crowded. If it is, there's a Mexican restaurant we really like, kind of a mom and pop place, usually not slammed. So we'll go there, but we'll go out to dinner and then we'll probably drive around. And I do want to record that if we do and see Christmas lights. So, um, anyways, what else can I say about that? Well, anyways, so I got to get 2 gifts for 2 mid 30s to 40-year-old women. Um, my daughter-in-laws both like vintage stuff, and I've actually repurposed some stuff. And I would show it, but I didn't go down and get it out of the barn. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I have thrifting them some stuff that they both admired in the house, and so I'm gonna give them those. But I also want to go buy them something like a hoodie each or something, um, something like that, sweater or something. Um, so I'm in charge of that, and then my husband will get his 2 sons, both mid-30s to 40, gifts, and he'll probably go to, like, Bass Pro Shops, um, which is our old Cabela's, so he'll go there, and Sportsman's. We'll walk around the mall. So we'll probably most likely get the 4 gifts that we still need there. Now, my husband wanted something that he wanted me to order for him, and I did, and it's not coming till like the 9th of January. So a little upset about that. Um, so I'm actually going to be looking for something else to have for him to open for Christmas, something big that I kind of, that probably hunting related himself. He won't know. We separate so we can do our thing. And we'll probably be at the mall a couple hours and then go eat. So, anyways, that's what I have to do. Welcome to the Q&A live. This is only um, a question and answer, and I was going to ask you guys too. What are some things that you guys want? So, what are things that or you have to shop for still? Do you have to still shop for your spouse or a coworker, grandkids, kids, your pets? Your in-laws are outlaws? Um, hold on a minute. Again, I'm getting over laryngitis. So, I did a live yesterday. I was driving, so I did what I call a live and drive. I live on top of the Grand Mesa in western Colorado, and I'm in the biggest town up here that's literally on the Grand Mesa, but there's like 3 or 4 other little towns. And so yesterday I basically drove through 3 of them on my way home because there was another way to go home that showed you all 3 of those. And so anyways, I did that. It glitched like in 3 or 4 different spots, and I need to probably look at the video and see what the timestamp is on them where it does that so I can put it in the description. I haven't done that yet. I didn't even know it did that till this morning. So, I posted it, you do a live and then it processes. It would not process our internet yesterday, and everybody's complaining. Our whole downtown, the cafe, the motel, and the post office. Post office closed early yesterday. They had no internet, and where we live, it's Wi-Fi assist, and so the phones wouldn't work. They couldn't use any of their internet machines, so they closed early. I guess they're open today. I'm gonna try to go down and mail something before they close here. So, I've got an hour and 15 minutes. So, um, anyways, I just wanted to kind of make this a quick thing. So that's the main thing. And I did want to say Christmas wishes. I'm going to do this later in the week on a live and just have everybody say what their Christmas wishes. But I'm going to put mine out there because I really want it to happen and I'm trying to manifest it to happen. I'm a firm believer in, um, yeah, manifestation, being in touch with your feelings. I have had ESP on things before. I'm very attuned that way. I had an aunt that was super at it, and I believe I get it from her. Uh, the vibes and stuff. So I am manifesting that we get an offer on our house before the end of the year. That it would be the best, best, best Christmas present. We are so ready to move and downsize. We live pretty high elevation in western Colorado. We don't have the snowpack this year because we're having a very dry winter. But we hello there. Introduce yourselves. Um, but um, we don't have any winter. We have very little snow on the ground. It's only on the north side of the barn and the house, the little trailer. There's a little 1 by 1 foot square of snow left. 4 or 5 days ago, I saw the cat out going through the field, and she was walking through snow. That's all dried out now. So we do have precipitation coming Tuesday through the following Monday. But to have a white Christmas, we have to have a temperature drop. We'll probably have a white New Year's Eve for sure, because this week our lows are in the 40s. That's too warm to snow. So we'll have rain, probably get quite a bit of it. It starts on Tuesday. It's like 80% Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday, it starts cooling down. And by Saturday night, we dip down into the 20s again. And then I think there's teens for Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday. So there's a good chance New Year's and New Year's Eve will be white. And I think that storm system blows through. Now, whether that materializes, I truthfully don't go too far out on my you know predictions for weather. I mean, I don't like 2 or 3 days, and they might get that right. It might shift a little bit, but you go out, my grandfather clock. You go out too far, and it blows through quicker, or it blows, the jet stream moves and it moves, up north or down south. So I don't tend to look at long-term weather past the original, like today is Saturday, so Sunday, Monday kind of concern me. Maybe Tuesday, but after that, you know, we'll see how it goes. So, anyways, well, I've been 15 minutes in, and just introduce yourself. And if you want to write a question, ask me, please do. Um, hold on here. Just realized there's something I want to talk about too. So I'll go ahead and mention that real quick. Okay. So the tragic news of this week. I'm a NASCAR fan, and when he was racing, I was a Greg Biffle fan. Kyle Busch has been my favorite driver for many years. I know I'll get flack for that. But but I always liked Biffle style, and he's a good driver. He won both a truck championship and a NASCAR. What was that? Back when it was Busch Series. Prior to being a Kyle Busch fan, I was a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, or Dale Earnhardt fan. Kind of a Dale Earnhardt Jr. after his dad passed away, but it morphed into liking both Kurt and Kyle Busch for a long time. They're in Vegas. It's not that far away from Western Colorado. You can go to the races there, and I always like whoever grew up going to that track is who I like to root for. And that's kind of how that started with the Busch brothers. But then it kind of became more Kyle Busch So, anyways, tragic news. 3 families are mourning the loss of their loved ones for the holidays, so close to Christmas. And Greg and his wife and 2 young kids, 13 and 5. And the 13-year-old's mom, Greg's ex-wife, as she's mourning the loss of her daughter, and her parents the loss of their granddaughter, and the same with Greg's parents on both children and his wife's family. And then his friend, and then the pilot and his son. 3 families had multiple deaths in that plane crash. So it's been very sad, and stuff's still starting to come out. Now it's kind of early. So yeah, I just had a pit in my stomach since that happened. 2 days ago now. Um, and actually, I haven't got it back yet. So you know, I'm sorry, to all their families. I just been a lot of tragedy. The shootings, Charlie Kirk shooting, that really affected me. Still is. I am not watching these hearings on that either. I don't feel like this is going well for how I believe this should go down. Everybody's innocent till proven guilty. I get that. But, you know, he confessed. And I think that should put people into a whole nother. Uh, Hello there. I see a few of you on. So please introduce yourself in the comments. Um, Say hi. And I'm just sort of rambling. I've had a few people on. And all this is a question and answer thing. I was going to ask you guys. I just sort of said what I still have to buy for Christmas gifts. And I was going to ask you, are you down to the crunch? Are you done with your shopping? If you are, kudos to you. I always seem to have, sometimes I'm out on Christmas Eve, and I don't want to do that this year. So I want to be done this weekend. So, but I definitely needs a couple things still. So we're going to go out this afternoon, my husband and I, get those, and he's got a couple to buy, and then we'll go grab some dinner and go see some Christmas lights. So that I do like doing close to Christmas. So we normally try to take the grandkids with us, but they're actually out hunting with their dad and mom. So there's a season deer tag here on Colorado. And it goes from like, I think it started December 15th and goes to June or January 15th, June. Yeah, it's a month long. So please introduce yourself. So my questions for you that are logging on here, getting on here, are, or is it crunch time? Or is it like maybe stocking stuffers you need, or a couple things for pets? And walk around for a minute. So we have a couple. We have 3 dogs. So my dad, that's me and my husband. Fry, my husband. About 2 years ago. And then our barn cat. So I do have stocking stuffers, but the fact that it's so, and ours, at least some of ours, is chocolate. The dogs have some stuff coming Monday from Amazon, and the cat too. I got them all some little treats too, little sacks. So that's kind of our decorations. We didn't do a tree this year because we're going to the kids and so I did put up some of my gnomes. These are past dogs that we've owned. Roxanne was my Siberian Husky. Got her in 1998. 11 years old when she died. And then I got Sky. They overlapped by a year. She lived to be 10, got melanoma in her toe. Whoopi was a little 11-pound, 11-pound whoop ass black poodle that we found. And nobody ever claimed him. So, anyways, here's two of the dogs. Run. I'll take you outside with me. Lobo, where are you? So these are Rye. 6. And her brother. Lobo, come. That's Lobo's. I'll go get your red one. Red one's over here. Rye, no. Lobo, come. A little front. Obviously, she's smaller. Almost small too. Buddy size. They have totally different hair. She's a little longer haired to the point where I have to trim her pantaloons. That's his ball. Let him have it. He's over there. I love to play balls. So where I live. Back inside a little bit. I do have a few of my objects. No man. But you're gonna be gone probably Christmas Eve day to after Christmas. So I didn't put up a tree. I normally cut one on our property. And I thought about just putting up a real little one, but we're not celebrating any Christmas here, except our socks and the few gifts we're going to get for each other. So, hello, welcome. Down again. I went out and showed you two of the dogs. My husband has his dog with him. She's a 13-year-old English Springer Spaniel, bird dog. So, but anyways, yeah. So I was saying before I started that little rant, went down that rabbit hole. Dogs. My Christmas wish would be to get this house under contract. That would be huge. There's 2 houses in our town. We want to downsize because we live on 40 acres. We have a hayfield. It's just a lot. And I retired almost a year ago. I retired at the end of December last year. A 36-year career in real estate in multiple states, but the majority in Colorado since 1989. Sorry, 1991 is when I got my real estate license here. So I retired. He wants to work a couple more years. He's 3rd generation in this town we live in, so I don't see us going very far. I'm trying to get moved over to the next town over on the other side of the Grand Mesa, Cedar Edge. I love that town. A little more town. But since he's working here and has a taxidermy shop here, he'd have to commute about an hour and a half back over. But he has to be here during hunting season, which is August, September, October, November, and into December now. But for late season. And then he picks up people dropping off fish and stuff from Big Reservoir. But he can work from another location and just use this as a drop-off point for the rest of the year, or 2 till he retires. But I did retire, so I do some Instacart stuff. I'm trying to get a remote working job right now, and I do a lot of traveling with my vintage trailer. So, anyways, I only wanted to run this till 11:30. So, and it says it's 11:28. Um, I just So, anyways, come on, and I will get read comments, and hopefully you guys have it figured out on your Christmas. Nobody commented on why if you're old. Kudos. That's awesome. But we will go out, get our stuff done tonight, go to dinner and go see the Christmas lights. And then tomorrow, just relax. I'll be wrapping gifts. I haven't wrapped anything yet. So we have a teenage granddaughter in Washington State, and then a 9 and 7-year-old grandsons in Grand Junction, and an 8-month-old grandson in Denver. So we're going to celebrate with them after New Year's, probably on New Year's or that weekend. They'll probably come over. They just bought a new house a week ago, so they're too busy to have us all over, and they can't come over right now. I'm going over there to help them with some things. So, anyways, I do want to keep this a 30-minute Q&A. I'll do it again. I might try to do another one even later. I just sort of threw or not later today, but maybe tomorrow even, and just it'll just be about crunch time and getting everything done. We're all under the wire now. We got 5 days, so it's a big day, and we're actually probably going to celebrate basically our gift stuff on Christmas Eve. It sounds like they just have a meal on Sunday and come home. Go to the kids, or if they come up. So either way, we'll just see how it goes. So Merry Christmas to you all. It's 11:30. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to try to do another live, I guess probably tomorrow about the same time. So I'll get it posted sooner. I actually wasn't going to do this one today. My husband went fishing because I was going to do this tomorrow. So, okay. So I'm going to say bye for now, or bye for now, looking at the wrong camera. I hope my mic worked. These are new. I got an iPhone 17 the weekend before last, and my old one, I had a iPhone 14. This wouldn't work, but it does work on the iPad. So sometimes I do live just on the iPad. It goes clock right on time. But I like to have the camera further away for the lighting. And when I get my ring light, I won't have to do that. So I'll have the ring light right there. So it actually attaches to the same tripod as that. So, all right. Again, Merry Christmas.